back at it again with some late night thoughts. So this morning I listened to this podcast from, it's called Art of Manliness is the podcast name, and I really recommend it. It's such good information. Every single episode I listen to, I'm like, yes, I can benefit from this. But I say that about a lot of things. But I really love it. I really, really recommend it. Check it out, artofmanliness.com. So this episode today was about the mindset and motivation. Let me see if I can find the name really quick, so I can steer you in the right direction. Hold, please. The science... No, shit, that was a different one I watched. The one I'm about to talk to you, it was called How to Live Like an Ancient Greek Hero. And I saw the name of it, and I was like, ooh, this is going to be good. So, after listening to it this morning, I had some thoughts during the day while I was doing my cardio. I was walking on the treadmill, and my brain just starts going and going, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, I need to write this down. Like, these are ideas, and I want to share with other people because maybe they'll be able to benefit from this. So, it got me thinking. The problem with our mindset about fitness, it stems back to our primal roots, because in today's society we think of fitness purely for self-glamour reasons, rather than a means of survival to just be able to function as a human being. Sorry. And then by being more functional, then you can help to raise your kids and be healthy and be able to enjoy life with them long term and just feel better in your everyday life. So they made a statement where they said, we want to be strong to be useful. And I was like, duh. Like, yeah, I don't care if you go to the gym to lift weights and get a six-pack and get abs and get super buff and have your arms busting out of your shirt. Like, I want you to, or I think that there's so much benefit in lifting weights just to be strong so that you can be a useful human being. So that you can do yard work at your house, and you can shovel your driveway of snow, and you can push a car in case it gets stuck out in the snow in the winter, or just like so many little things like this. Like, just be a useful human. We have this huge obesity epidemic, and it seriously, when I see people like this, it makes me so sad. Like, you have this perfectly capable, functioning body you've been given, and it makes me so upset to see people abuse it and not take care of it. Like, go be strong so you can be useful and you can do all these things that your body has the capability of being able to do. So, until you realize that you must value yourself in order for you to be useful, I don't think you can truly value fitness and see the benefit that it can provide for you. So, like, back to our primal roots, we used to have to go, like, hunt down our food and go on long treks in order to be fed. And it was, like, all this manual labor in order to get the food that we needed. And it was time consuming and it was hard work. And so when it finally came down to doing all that work to have our food hunted down, to gather it, to prepare it, and eat, it was like, wow, this is so rewarding, and you actually appreciated it. Today, it's like we just hop in our car, drive to McDonald's in the drive-thru. It takes like 2 seconds, get a hamburger, get some fries, and whatever, milkshake, and it's like, dude, you didn't even have to work for that. Like, how can you even appreciate it? Because it was just handed to you. And that's the society that we live in. We are so used to everything being instant gratification that we don't have an appreciation. And it's like, it's frustrating. But that's why I want to put these messages out there so that we do come to these realizations. And I don't mean to speak to like talk down to people. And it's more the fact that I am passionate is which is where this energy comes from. So it's like it's positive energy. I'm not trying to be pissed at people. It's just uh it's I just want to get it out there. So even though some people may not be aware, you guys are, I actually organized my thoughts a little bit this time, so I'm kind of reading from them, so that's why I keep looking away. But even though some people may not be aware that we aren't meant to be a stagnant species, um, it's it's about going back to looking at our primal roots and how being physically active was necessary for survival, and just realizing like this is where it all stemmed from, and you must continue that. You aren't meant to wake up every day, go sit at work for 9 to 5, and like not be mobile with your body, and then go home, sit on the couch, watch Netflix, watch the news, or have your kids be out doing something, and you just be sitting there watching. Like, you are meant to be active and be out doing things. So, like, this is why we should be doing things. Anyways, so you can't tell me that the obesity epidemic is due to anything but laziness and complacency. And I don't want to like blame this on society, because I feel like it's just a bunch of people that are not aware of how um, technologies and just mass producing of things, it's just made it so easy for us to be lazy and complacent and have things taken care of for us. So, by nature, we have made ourselves to be this way. But the beautiful thing is that you are in your own power and you can do something. So, I kind of had this analogy where we can look at like gamers, like video games. Um, And a lot of these gamers are like addicted to playing video games because of the rewards that it provides for them, which are like a false reality. Because so you're in this game, and in the game you're working. It's a lot of games are set up to be like a mission that you're working to get to the next level and advance at something. And once you accomplish and overcome that, then there's a behavior, your behavior is rewarded, that uh you surpassed, and like you level up to whatever. um and I just want to make this parallel that you could do that same thing in real life. Like, you can set a goal and go accomplish these things, and once you do, your behavior is rewarded and you get the same gratification that you do from the video game, but it's in real life and it's super cool. So then there was this other. So I just wanted to make people aware of that. And then there was this other thought that I had, that you can't tell me that there is not any sort of physical activity that a human being doesn't enjoy doing. So, like, when I see people struggle, like, asking, how do you get motivated to go work out? Because a lot of people view working out as like a chore. And I'm like, oh, find something physically active that you enjoy doing. And they can't think of something. I'm like, if you can't think of something, then you probably haven't explored enough options. At least that's the only conclusion I can come to, because it's like we were it's in our it's human nature to be physically active, so there has to be something out there that you actually do enjoy doing that is physically active. Um, and I think that goes back to mindset too, as people think that working out has to be a chore, so they think it has to be like intense and this like grueling task that you're doing. But just be active to help your body operate better and be more functional. It doesn't have to be something that's like super like CrossFit or like Tough Mudder or anything that's like makes you feel like I just want to die because this sucks. Like, no, don't view fitness as that. View it as something that's fun, that's like going outside, playing with your kids. That's active. That's something that it may not help you to achieve a six pack, and it may not help you to get abs and, you know, that self glamour that you so wish. But you know what? Over time, it's probably going to help you to be more active in that essence. And then you will eventually, hopefully, if you want, drop weight. And slowly over time, then you can get closer to those goals that you have. But you have to be realistic in how you're going about it. Don't like set yourself up to fail in the beginning, like putting yourself through this miserable workout program because you think that it's what you have to do to get fit. No, put yourself into a situation of something you actually enjoy doing. Go find out what it is. Like, go explore options. Go rollerblading. Go skiing, go snowboarding, go just walk outside in nature and appreciate that. See if that's something you enjoy. It doesn't have to be running and hill sprints or anything super intense. Just go find something physically active that you enjoy. Um, and then once you do, just progress at this and find new ways to enjoy it. And I I think that you'll actually find reward in this. And if you, the other thought I had was maybe if you haven't found something that you enjoy that's physically active, it's because you haven't allowed yourself to commit to something long enough to where you can actually reap a benefit of seeing like sacrifice and discipline and hard work pay off. And once you actually do allow yourself, so it might suck short term to put yourself in like uncomfortable situations of doing things that you haven't done before, and like fitness. But once you do put yourself in that situation and you see like, you know, like say you go to the gym and you run one lap around the track and you're like, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. People here are judging me right now because I don't look fit enough to be here. And I don't want to be here right now. But you run one lap. Then the next week you come back and you run two laps. And so you progressed, and there's a little bit of reward because now you're proud of yourself and you overcome something that you didn't think you could do prior to this. And so it's like that little taste of the benefit that you overcome something physically and overcoming that mentally. That's only going to improve each time you come back and you practice this discipline. So the issue is we're stuck in the mindset that exercise is punishment rather than viewing it as a community experience that can be uplifting and fun. That's the other thing too, is that I think um, incorporating some type of physical activity that you decide is something that you can enjoy, if you combine that with a sense of community, and there's like when you have that community, then it's more uplifting and it becomes more fun because then you develop relationships with these people, and you're all in there for like the common goal of wanting to better yourselves. So everyone has fun because we're like, go back to the video game, like we're all leveling up in life. That's cool. I get so geeked about it. Like, it's so cool. All right, so now I'm personally passionate about powerlifting because I have experienced it and I see the environment and I have a bias to it. But let me just draw this out for you. And you can either agree or you can maybe a make it relevant to the activity that you enjoy. Um, so in powerlifting, you can't tell me that you can that if I put someone on a platform at a competition, um, and or not even at a competition. Let's just say they come into a gym and you give them a barbell and you tell them to lift this weight up, and they look at the weight and they're like, "Whoa, that looks super intense. I don't know if I can do that." And they're sitting there like mentally doubting themselves that they don't think they have the willpower, or not willpower. They don't think they have the mental capacity or the physical capacity to lift this weight. So then you get this community of people in there and you're like, "Come on, like, oh, it's not that heavy. It's lightweight. You can do this. Like, you're fucking strong, dude." And you like get them going all riled up and they're like, "Okay, so now I have this positive support system telling me I can do this." And then they try it and then they lift the weight and they overcome it because of the positive support from everyone, the excitement, and that boost of confidence. And it's like love, I guess. Like, you get this community and it's all like, we're all in there for, one, self-love purposes. We want to better ourselves. Two, we're in there because you have like all this love from everyone in the room of empowerment that not only do I think you can do it, but, or I don't even want to say that. Uh, so by by someone going through that experience and feeling that empowerment and that confidence, you can't tell me that someone wouldn't enjoy that and be like, "Dang, this was so cool. Like, everyone believed in me, thought I could do it. I overcame it, and now I'm real psyched about it." You can't tell me that someone wouldn't do that and want to repeat that behavior. Um, and then, like I said, this can be applied to any practice which requires discipline. The same feeling of accomplishment will fill them, and they will want to develop habits from this experience. And that is what I want people to see in fitness. And that's like what we're meant to do. We're meant to be in a tribe of people and a community, and we're meant to be physically active and empower one another to reach our greatest potential. So find what you love and go chase it, because it's out there. And once you find it, like, you'll just be so pumped and you'll just want other people to be able to experience that too. So that's all I have for today. Bye.